Hello and welcome to Home Cooking Spain. Today I'm going to be cooking a one pan, very easy to make, meatballs and potatoes stew. So let's start cooking. The ingredients list, I will put it at the end of the video. So as usual, we shall start off by finely chopping up some garlic. I'm using, well, bits and pieces of garlic here, about 3 cloves equivalent, but as always, you're more than welcome to use as much or as less as you like. And the garlic is now chopped, so now some onion. I've only got this left in the fridge today until I go shopping later on, so it will have to do. Right, that's done. And I'm also going to be adding about half a chorizo, which I'm going to cut it into small pieces. This gives it an extra taste, nice taste. And I do love my chorizo. You can use spicy chorizo or just the normal one. It's up to you really. I'm using the normal one. If I was cooking it for myself, I'd be using the very spicy one. So there we have it, all done. So we'll move this onto a small plate for now and give this a quick wash. So there it is, nice and clean. And for those lovely trolls, no, I didn't just tear it over. Now the next step is to add a bit of oil to this pan. Bit of olive oil. You can use other oil if you like. I just like olive oil. And we're going to turn it up, right up, to get it hot. Now, once the oil is hot, let's turn the heat down to about number 7. And we'll add the meatballs in. And we're going to brown them off. Let's move them about a bit to get them browned on the other side. Now that the meatballs are nicely browned off, or sealed as they say, I'm going to take them out, put them onto a plate. Don't worry about them not being cooked inside. There's plenty of time later to do that. Okay, they're there on the side, and in that same oil I will add the garlic, chorizo and onion. And slightly brown it up as well. Get them juices out of that chorizo. Now once this is nicely browned, let's add the meatballs back into it. I'm also going to add the peas, handful of frozen peas. Love peas. You probably know that by now because I use them a lot. I would use carrots also, but I find it very hard here in Spain in the supermarkets that I go to find bags of just carrots. So, peas it is. So, well, I'm going to turn this down to halfway now and just leave it there. Meanwhile, I'm going to peel the potatoes up. Once I've finished peeling these off, I'll start chopping them up to small cubes. So back to the meatballs. I'm going to add in a stock cube, a meat stock cube I think this one is. I think I have to chop it up a bit. There you go. Now some water. So the heat is on 7 now. I'm just gonna add some hot water straight from the tap so that I can dissolve this this cube. Just stir it in a bit there, let it boil. Once the water starts bubbling, I'm going to put these meatballs around the edges, and I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of fried tomato. Give it a mix. Remember the heat is on 7 still. And now we shall add some sweet pimenton. So sprinkle. Also some tomillo, which is thyme. So I'll give it a sprinkle of that as well. Not too much. And some oregano. Some salt. And finally something to give it a nice yellow colour. Food colourant. Watch this stains your fingers. So give it a few shakes in there. Give it a stir. Now I'm going to add the potatoes in. And stir it around a bit. Look at that yellow colour. Really nice colour. With the chorizo juice, the pimenton, and the yellow food colourant. Amazing colour. Right, the heat's still on 7, so I'm going to turn it right up to number 9 because I'm going to add some hot water straight for the tap. I'm just going to, just enough to cover everything really. There you go. And now wait for it to start boiling. I would love to add some of this hot sauce, but my wife would murder me. Right, now that this is starting to bubble, I'll give it a little stir. I'll turn the heat down to 7 again, and I'll cover it up, more or less. Always leave a little bit there, just a habit I think, but that way it doesn't overboil maybe. And let's get the dishes done. Well, usually I make my own meatballs, buy my own mince and then just do them as I like. But when I went shopping last time, I saw these meatballs already done, so I thought, why not buy them? And in the meantime, I thought I'd show you this sort of tart cake. I don't know what you call it. I made it this morning. My wife likes it in the afternoon. So do I really. Nice and soft inside. It's like a flan really. I don't know what you call it, no idea. I'll make a short video slicing it up later on, and if I get enough interest from people, I'll show you how I did it. Let me know. Right, it's been on here for 10 minutes already. Let's give it a quick check. Looking good. Leave it there still. Let's check it again in another 10 minutes. And as it's Friday, let's have a glass of wine. I hope everyone has a good weekend, by the way. Cheers. Right, let's have a look at this. Another 10 minutes have gone by. Oh, yes. Really nice. The potatoes look like they're nearly done already. So the sauce is starting to thicken up. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to cover it up again and leave it for another 10 minutes before turning it off. Well, it's been another 10 minutes roughly. Oh, that's hot. And look at it. Beautiful. So what I shall do now is turn the heat off and just leave it there until it stops bubbling away, and then I'm going to give it a try. Right, so here it is. Stopped bubbling, more or less. The potatoes, nice and soft, beautiful. And the sauce, well, what can I say? Bread dipper's paradise. Dan, that reminds me, I've forgotten to take the bread out of the freezer. Shh. Well, I've just taken it out of the freezer and put it outside in the sun. Right, let's have a taste of this sauce. It's hot. Mmm, delicious. Delicious. So I'm going to serve it on the plate for you now so that you can see what it looks like. Here we go. So, what do you think? Liking the look of it? Okay, so I'm going to end this video now. Thank you very much for watching me. I wish you all a good weekend, and I will be back very soon with another recipe. Thank you and goodbye.